Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, December 12th, 2020. We are at Steak and Stone at Falcon Field in Mesa. This is the parking lot before the show. It's all covered. We have a food truck. We have an auto detailer. We have someone selling automotive decals. Covered parking. Not many shows in the valley have that. So we're set up for January, I do believe, second Saturday of the month. Same location. Falcon Field, Steak and Stone. Here it is. More later. You're the first to arrive. Pick a spot. Any? No. It's 9 a.m. 9 a.m. to noon, and just back into a space. And we're gonna be every other space is gonna be occupied, so people will be plenty of space between the cars. The first car last time keyed off in this spot, and we just went in. But you could start here, or you could start on the other side, wherever you feel comfortable, man.
Appreciate it.
Right on. That is beautiful. Please introduce yourself and tell me about your car.
Henry Parra. It's a 1959 Chevrolet El Camino. First year for the El Camino.
First year?
First year. They made them 59 and 60. Then they discontinued and brought it back in 1964 in the Chevelle body style. I think it was a Chevelle. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But it's got a 454 in it. Got a 400 turbo transmission. I plan to take that out of there and probably put a Craig 350 instead. So she's gonna go. Interior is out of a book. It's not the original interior, but I kept it as original as I could. Kind of the same design and everything. No more bench, bucket.
That's beautiful, though.
It's got a horseshoe shift, what they call it, horseshoe shifter.
I love it. It's beautiful. I mean, great design. I like how the gauges come out at you, you know?
Yeah. And they got a tilt steering wheel in there.
That's cool. That's not factory, though, is it?
No, they didn't have that back then. That's
You know, what's really striking with these is also the fins. It's just a striking look. It's beautiful.
They were pretty unique for 59 and 60. Although 60 was more of a straight line. These were more contoured.
Right.
And of course the unique cat eye tail lights. That was unique for them.
Right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for bringing your car. It's beautiful. Please introduce yourself and tell me about your car.
My name is Dan. Recently moved to the Phoenix area about 3 months ago. I drive a 2011 Infiniti G37. It's nitrous, it's airbag. It's really a fun car.
Wow, nitrous, and you've of course got air ride suspension.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. I see you've got splitters and wow, carbon fiber. Wow. So this is what year?
It's a 2011.
2011. So what's this? A 3.7 liter?
Yes.
And it's a my guess that would be a VQ 3.7.
Yeah, it's a 3.7. It's a VQ.
Yeah, it's a VQ. The VQs are really great engines. That's beautiful, man. Really nice car.
all a work in progress, though.
Yeah. So, do you race it or do you just show it? What do you do?
No, it was built as a show car. Originally bought it as a daily driver and put wheels and tires on it, and it just kind of snowballed from there.
Right. Wheels and tires and snowballs.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for bringing it. Hope to see you next time.
Sure. Thanks.
Introduce yourself and tell me what you brought.
Hi, I'm Joy, and this is my husband, Dennis.
Hello.
And this is our dog, Ginger. And this is our 2016 Chevy Corvette. We were originally from Illinois, purchased it there, and had it flatbedded here to Arizona.
Very nice.
And it has 3,800 miles on it.
3,800 miles on that's nothing.
Right. Well, we have many other cars and drive this only special.
That's very nice. Is it all original or did you
Yeah.
customize it?
Oh, except my little sun visor.
Okay.
I had that done, and it fortunately is garage kept because ones that we've had that were outside have just totally disintegrated.
Yeah, Arizona's not really friendly to paint.
No. No, it's not.
Well, thank you so
Thank you very
much.
much.
It's a beautiful car. I love the yellow and black.
Thank you. It's called Chevy Racing Yellow.
Chevy Racing Yellow. Is this automatic? Do they
Yes.
make manuals anymore?
Yes.
Okay.
But this is an automatic.
Okay.
You could do either or. It has the paddle shifter.
Oh,
Okay.
it does have a paddle shifter,
Right,
which
right.
we've never used.
It
You
has
know-
different. It has different modes. You can have the sport. You can have the track. You can have the economy one, and each one is a button. You push it. You can hear the exhaust changing sound.
That's cool. You know, there is controversy about what makes a manual car. Because, like, in the old automatics, even in my 2004 Jeep, all I got to do is move it first, second, and third, and, you know, I can manually control it, but it's not a manual car. No doubt, modern paddle shifters are much faster than the first generation paddle shifting. And it's faster than you can do a regular manual, you know, clutch in and shift. But there are people who say a paddle shift is still an automatic with just more control, not a manual. I had an argument with a friend of mine in the mid 2000s about, oh, it's got a manual transmission. I got it, and I was like, well, where's the third pedal?
No, right. I'm afraid because I'm used to a clutch. I'm pushing
Yeah.
my foot in if I use a paddle lever.
It's hilarious. I'd been driving a manual, and I got in my wife's Prius, and it's got a stick in the middle, and I'm trying to find a third pedal, and I'm like, well, oh, okay. You switch gears because I'm in a different car. Yeah. But this is a beautiful car. Thank you for bringing it. I really like it. 3,800 miles. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
We had it trailered here from Illinois.
Right. Wow. And you also brought
Hummer
a Hummer H3
2006.
2006.
And that has 194,000 miles on it.
194,000
But we
miles.
bought it with 180 or so.
That's not bad. I mean, but this is like you go everywhere you want and haul things and
The dog.
It's a cruiser. It's not built for speed.
No.
It only has a 5-cylinder in it. It takes a while to get it up there.
wow.
You know, the speed.
It's
Wow.
doggy.
Yeah.
Wow. But you know, it's like my car. It's durable, serviceable. You know,
Right. It can haul anything though.
that's great.
It has power in that sense.
Great. Well, cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Don't eat the camera.
Hey, Ginger. Please introduce yourself and tell me about your car.
Hi, I'm Ken. This is my wife, Teresa.
Hi.
It's a 1969 Plymouth Barracuda 340 Formula S. We've owned it since 1973. We did a frame-off restoration in 2016, and we changed it to fuel injection, a Tremec 6-speed instead of an automatic. It's got a power top, factory air. It does have the original motor. It's got an independent front suspension, a 4-link rear suspension, and that's about all I can think of.
Holy cow, that is a whole lot.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot of work. Oh my gosh.
I didn't do it.
That's fantastic. Ugh. Yeah, I could hear you when you pulled up to the spot. This is a beautiful car. Fantastic. This is perfect. This is fantastic. This is a perfectly done car.
Lucky to find the guy that did it.
Wow. Thank you so much for bringing this.
Yeah, well, thanks for having us.
Hope to see you next month.
Okay, we'll be here.
Please introduce yourself and tell me what you brought today.
I'm Hector Maldonado. I'm the owner of Steakhouse Auto Spa, and I brought out one of my Mustangs, a 2014 Mustang, fully done by me. Everything painted, repainted, calipers all custom painted, engines completely overhauled, Boss 302 heads, 2018 intake, ported, long tubes. It's good 560 to the rear wheels.
560 horsepower
To the rear wheels.
to the rear wheels. That's crazy. I did not know that the 5.0 would make that much.
Oh yeah, these Coyote motors, man, they love to breathe.
It's a great engine. It's always been a great engine. When Ford came out with this, they did something special, really.
Yeah, they certainly did. And everything's custom on it, done by me and my business. And interior also.
And you're second to none auto spa.
Yeah. You can find us on Facebook and on Instagram also.
Very good. You see this interior. Anything on the interior custom?
It's all leather, everything's all custom inside here too. Custom steering wheel thing.
Wow. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for bringing this. Hope to see you next month.
Yeah, I'm down.
Thank you. Introduce yourself and tell me what you brought.
My name is Rick Vasquez. I drive a 2001 BMW M3 with a Vortex supercharger and water method injection.
Water meth injection on a supercharger. So,
Yep.
the BMW M3, what is this? 330 horsepower normally?
333 normally at the flywheel.
But this does not do that.
No, this one put down about 530 horsepower to the actual wheel.
530 to the wheels?
Yep. So it's
That's crazy.
should be a little over 600 at the motor. I do have future plans for it, probably within the next few months. Probably run some E85 and maybe bigger cans in it, so it should push me over 600 horsepower.
Wow. So do you track or show, or what do you do?
This setup is fairly new. It's probably about a year old. I just moved here to Arizona from Connecticut.
All right.
Mainly did some hooligan stuff on the street. But
Right.
other than that,
Right.
no real track time on it.
So you just moved to Arizona?
Yeah.
How long ago?
3 weeks ago. 3 weeks from now will be a year actually.
So you have not experienced Arizona summer yet?
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. This is my first summer. So
How was that?
It was pretty brutal. The car didn't like it too much.
No, Arizona summers are unfriendly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, when it was 115 degrees, the car overheated like really easily.
Yeah, you got to retune it for that.
Yeah.
You have a summer tune and a winter tune.
I think next summer I probably won't drive it as much. Honestly.
Right on. Well, thank you so much for bringing it. I hope to see you next month.
Thank you.
Please introduce yourself and tell me what you brought today.
I'm Travis, and it's my 2007 WRX.
2007 WRX. Now, tell me about this car.
It's the first car I've had it for a couple years. I've got 850cc injectors, upgraded turbo, some pistons, upgraded transmission, lowering springs, 20 psi by DB tuned, and then I'm trying to think, straight pipe from the headers.
Did you like a parent or a cob? What'd you use?
For the straight pipe, it's P&L performance.
P&L, okay.
Yeah.
Where are they out of?
I want to say, I think it's Michigan.
Out of Michigan? Okay, okay. So this is the EJ25.
Yes, it is.
So,
They did it in the WRX and not only the STI.
yeah, because they usually EJ20.
Yes.
And so the EJ25 is when they did this. Now this car is not the STI, but it's capable of doing what the STI did.
It's got a lot more than the STI. It's pushing probably about 380.
380?
Yeah.
I know that these cars can make 500, but you really run the risk of blowing things up.
Yes, I've already done that. I'm running it on a blown motor, but I'm still getting it out to show because
I heard you pull in, you got some fuel tuning to do.
that, yeah, I've got, it runs really, really rich. It's got the timing off a little bit so I can like do a little backfiring and stuff.
Right, right. Deliberately? You
Yeah.
do want that? Okay.
Yeah, on purpose.
Are you going to change out the intercooler? Are you going to keep it? What are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a full build on it. I'm getting a.
Because I'm looking at this. This is hit pretty hard. Looks like somebody can't keep their
Yeah.
fingers out of it.
Yeah, it's I'm getting an IAG Performance
Right on.
rebuilt blueprinted motor, front mount intercooler, rotated turbo with a Garrett G30.
You painted this.
And then
You paint that? What's your plans on that? I know a place that can polish that to a mirror.
Yeah, it's my plan is to do a full rebuild about everything and push around 700 near the end.
Right, 700?
Yeah.
Wow. For track or for show?
Yeah, track and
Track
show.
and show. Okay, cool. Well, right on. Well, Travis, thank you so much. Hope to see you next month.
Will do.
All right, man. Thank you. Anna, I'm going to have you do the interview here. So go ahead.
Tell us your name and tell us about your car.
Oh, my name is Pat Wolf. I'm from Colorado. Born and raised. I've been here a year now. Live in Eastmark now. So it's a 79 El Camino. Frame on restoration.
Okay.
Originally had a V6 in it, so I put a 350 crate in it.
That's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Going over those mountain passes, that V6 wasn't too sweet. But it's
Automatic?
it's 350 turbo.
Oh,
It's
nice.
got
I have the same.
a little bit of beefy on the tranny. I had them do a little work on the shift kit and everything. So
A shift kit. I just see that it's shaved on here. No mirrors, no door handles.
shaved the door handles and the mirrors. Get it all screwed on the outside.
So you just did that for aesthetic reasons?
Exactly. Yeah. So I just want a clean look on the outside.
It's not because you got tired of people breaking into your car.
Does that make it harder to drive at all?
It just makes it a little harder to drive. I mean, I have a regular rearview mirror, but you know, I got to stick my head out the door sometimes. But it doesn't, as you can see, it doesn't get a lot of highway time, so
Right.
I try to keep it as clean as possible and as straight as possible.
So, when you got the crate motor, did it come with the Edelbrock carb and
No,
engine?
that's a aftermarket.
What model is that Edelbrock?
You know, it's so old I don't remember the box that it came in. You know.
Well, could there be a number on it? It's like a 650 or 750. A 750 would be really too big for a 350 engine.
No, it's a 650.
It's
but I meant
650?
if you want any of the part numbers on it.
Right.
I asked because I have a 350 in my Corvette and I've been considering, you know,
It's 8 years old, so
Well,
it's got some age on it.
it's pretty. Edelbrock's really consistent on continuation of parts, and they've made good stuff for so long.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for bringing this car, and hope to see you next month. Thank you. Hey, please introduce yourself.
Ben.
Hey.
Nick.
Hey, Nick. I know you. Tell me what you brought today.
I brought my refined fun car, unlike the raw DeLorean.
Yeah, the DeLorean is a little bit raw, but it's fun.
Yeah. So, anyway, this is a 2010 Audi R8. It's the V8 version. I decided on the V8 because the V10 at the time was about $10,000 more.
Uh-huh.
100 more horsepower, it just wasn't worth it to me.
Right.
So I'm kind of more of a style guy myself.
Did the V10 have the same transaxle and shifting?
Yeah, you could get that same 6-speed manual gated shifter in the V10 as well.
Right.
Yep.
But honestly, what does the V8 make? It's a 4.2.
It's like 430 horsepower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this turbo or naturally aspirated?
Naturally aspirated. It's a smaller V8, right? With only 4.2 liters, but it's high revving. You know, the red line's at like 8,000 or something.
Right.
Like that. So short stroke, high revving, kind of like a crotch rocket.
Okay. So here's a comparison question. This V8, where the power comes in, how does it compare to the 5.3 on the DeLorean?
Oh, I would compare it like I literally like a crotch rocket versus like a Harley. You know, I mean, you got the Harley with it's torquier, lower RPMs versus your crotch rocket's higher RPMs, less torque with a little bit more horsepower. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So this does have more horsepower than the LS, but it doesn't have the torque down low that the LS has.
Right. It's very. This is a very digital car. I mean, this one's much easier to kill. Right. You know, letting off the clutch.
Uh huh.
Just because that low end torque just isn't there.
Right.
But it's definitely high end. You get this thing 4,000 or 5,000 RPMs. It really starts kicking in with that
right on
horsepower and FM.
Right on. Well, it's a beautiful car. The Audi did a great job when they styled this thing.
Yeah, I originally in 2010ish or so, I wanted a Ferrari 348.
Right.
And at that time, the market was bad. I was gonna, saving up to get one. And 5 years later, 2015ish came around, and I went to get it, and they had doubled in price. They had gone from like $35,000 to like $65,000.
Right.
And I couldn't justify.
Can't justify it.
In 5 years having that much of a price jump. So I said, well, if I'm going to spend 65, 70 grand on a car, what else is out there? And R8s for that?
The R8 is one of the most practical exotic cars out there.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's very cozy, very comfortable. It's a pretty good highway cruise.
That's great. About price changing. I don't know if you watch the Pantera market at all, but 15 years ago, I could have bought a Pantera that needed some work for about $13,000. $13,000, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it listed on eBay. It was yellow. It had a little rust in the rocker panels. Now, I don't think you can get a Pantera that needs work for less than, 50 or 40 to 50. It's crazy. It's insane. But this is beautiful. Thank you so much for bringing this, and hope to see you next month.
All right, man.
Take care. Hello, please introduce yourself and tell me what you brought today.
Phil Block, and this is my Cooper Sport 500.
What year is this?
It's a 2000. It's one of the last 500 minis built.
A 2000, a 500 Mini. Wow. And it is a real Mini.
Yep.
And the steering wheel
It's on the correct side.
is on the correct side. That's fantastic. Now, this has a pretty small engine in it.
It's got a 4-cylinder 1300
Okay.
cc engine.
It's a 1.3 liter. Okay.
Transverse. It's twin point fuel injection.
Wow. Wow.
The transmission is actually the oil pan for the engine.
The transmission is the oil pan for the engine. Wow. That's pretty tight. A curiosity question, what's the most amount of people that can fit in the Mini?
The world record is 63, I think.
63 people in a Mini?
Yeah,
Holy.
what they did to do that was they basically gutted it out.
Oh, they had to gut
No
it.
seats and
Oh, that's
that in it, so they,
wow.
and they counted people in even if they had 1 foot.
Oh, so that's really a borderline. Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. No, you are heavily involved in the local Mini and British Car Club community.
Yep.
Tell me about that.
Well, the Mini Club started in 1986, and we are open to any minis, regardless of if they're classic or the BMW minis, as long as they are built in the UK.
Right?
So technically, the only Mini that isn't eligible, but we do take it anyway, is the Countryman.
Oh, the Countryman.
The new Countryman.
Oh,
That's the
Tennessee.
only Mini
Are
that's,
they made in Tennessee?
that's made in BMW's plant in Austria.
Austria. Oh.
But all the other
I was
all
thinking
the
the
other
different
minis,
BMW. Okay.
all the other minis, the new minis,
Okay.
come out of the Oxford plant.
Okay. Okay. And there's no way you can get something like this anymore brand new, is
No,
there?
but you can actually buy all the components
Okay.
and put one together.
So you can buy the body, buy the
You can buy
everything.
You can buy a brand new body shell. The subframes are still readily available. Engines are still readily available. Trim pieces are still readily available.
Nice.
But to do that, and we have a friend in England who did that, you're looking at the equivalent to about 30 grand.
Oh wow. How much can you get a Mini for?
You can pick up a secondhand Mini, mid to late 90s, right now for around the 10 to 12,000 range.
Wow. Wow. Now, tell me about the British Car Club.
Well, there used to be a multi-mark organization, but they're not anymore. But there are a number of independent, for want of a better description, British car clubs. There's Mini, Lotus, Triumph, 2 MG clubs for the T-Series and the modern MGs. Obviously the DeLorean that you're with.
Right.
Rolls-Royce. There used to be, but not anymore, a Austin Healey club.
TVR?
There's only a couple of those in the valley that I'm aware of.
Wow.
But TVRs are they're distant cousins to the Triumphs anyway. So.
Right. I love a Triumph. In fact, last time I saw a Triumph was on display at your car. You have a car show down at Power Road near Southern. Power and Hampton.
Yep. Every Saturday night. Every Saturday, with the exception of July and August.
Because it's too daggum hot.
Yeah. That and the monsoon storms.
Yeah. We had one day of monsoons this year.
Yeah,
which
that's
is crazy. But I saw a Triumph down there. It had a Toyota engine in it.
That's
a Spitfire, I do believe it was.
I know that putting a Toyota engine in a TR7 or TR8 is a popular conversion.
Oh yeah.
I know of a couple of people that have done that, but a Spitfire, I'm not aware of anybody that's done that. So
right. It was yellow Spitfire with a Toyota engine in it. But yeah, so it's tonight. What are the hours of your show?
Well, the way I tell people is people who don't have a life.
Yeah, people don't have a life.
Are normally there around 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock in the afternoon.
But bulk of the people start to show up around 4, and it goes until about 6 when it starts to get dark.
Okay.
So.
Well, cool. So 4 to 6 or 1 to 6, depending on
depending on if you don't have a life.
Yeah. Well, Phil, thank you so much, and thank you for bringing this car. This is just a cool thing. Thank you so much. That is just cool. That is beautiful. Fantastic.
How you doing?
All right, man. Please introduce yourself. Tell me what you brought today.
I'm Sean Jones. This is a 61 Lincoln convertible Continental. It's an original family car. My wife's grandfather bought it brand new in 1960. It originally came cream. It's got the suicide doors.
Nice.
And,
Isn't that cool?
It was repainted in the 70s. This red. It's a ceramic enamel paint. And the interior was redone, we think, in the 90s.
But it looks fantastic, man. I'm gonna get around here and take a look at some of these lines. Wow. This is just really elegant in the styling. It's really awesome, man. I love the chrome going all the way down the side.
Top and bottom. You see all the chrome on the doors?
Oh yeah?
The doors are all chrome. All the windows are chrome. Two rails.
Oh, the window frames themselves?
Yep.
Wow.
Everything chrome.
Wow. So cool. Thank you for bringing this, man. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for having us.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Rob.
And what'd you bring today, Rob?
1979 Pontiac Trans Am Smoking the Bandit Edition.
Smokey and the Bandit Edition Pontiac Trans Am. 79. And it's for sale. There it is. Anybody who's interested, that's the phone number. This is in great condition. How'd you come to own this?
I've had it for a couple of years, bought it from a friend. And it's supposed to be 29,000 mile actual mile car.
29,000 miles actual? Wow.
That's what I was told. So.
Wow. It looks great. Looks in great condition. Is this have the it's like there was a 460, not 460, 455 version or four?
Yeah, 73s and 4s had, I lived 73 and 4 had a 455.
Right, right.
These 400s with this.
It's the 400? Well, very cool. Oh, does it have the doors that open up on that intake?
This one does not.
Does not. You can make that happen.
You probably could. Do anything for money, right?
Yeah, anything for money. Well, thank you so much for bringing this. Good luck on the sale in the car, man.
All right, thank you.
Please introduce yourself and tell me what you brought today.
Paul Barker. It's 2003 Roush / Boyd Connington Mustang.
Wow.
It's number 41 of 53 ever made.
Wow. Now, what makes this special? I mean, I know Roush.
Right. It came from Detroit and off the assembly line, went straight to Jack Roush. He put the high force pistons in, the Super Duty shocks, the brakes, and then it went to Boyd Connington. He did all the cosmetic work, all the paint.
Okay, so it's not just engine work. This is like suspension, engine,
everything,
aesthetics, right on.
Yeah.
You track it?
It's all original. See, we got the Roush mags.
Right. Do you track it or you do autocross or anything?
No.
Just show?
Just show and ride around. There's 29,000 miles on it, 03.
Very nice. For an 03 with 29,000 miles, that's nothing.
It's got Jack Roush and Boyd Connington signatures in them on the car.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for bringing this. Well, how much horsepower do you think this thing is?
Right around 350.
A 350? Okay. Well, thank you.
It's very, very light.
Right. But yeah. Thank you so much for bringing this.
You bet.
Please introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Bob Jones. I'm a retired electrician living the good life down in Gilbert, Arizona.
Gilbert, and what'd you bring today?
I brought a 2004 John X, J-O-N-E-X. It was a company in Ontario, Canada. It built this 65 Shelby Cobra. The body was brought from South Africa.
Okay.
It was assembled in Ontario, Canada. It's got a 351 Windsor with a 754 barrel Holley. It's got hydraulic braking systems. You've got the oil cooler up front. That's part of the classic Cobra nose.
Right.
shift gears with a 5-speed Tremec. It's got a 9-inch rear end. It's a Ford Mustang 2x2
Okay.
platform.
Wow.
I pass everything I want except for a gas station.
How bad is it on gas?
It's actually not too bad. At my age, I'm more of an 80, 90 mile an hour cruise guy.
Yeah.
So I'm probably getting about 20, which is compatible to my daily driver, an 05 Corvette.
Wow. So, what are your favorite cruises around here?
I go to the H&I cruise.
Okay.
I go to the Mesa Cars and Coffee every third Wednesday of the month.
Yeah, that's right down the street from here. I know the guy who runs that.
Right down
really
to
nice.
Down.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been to a nice car show they had a couple months back at a VFW out in Chandler.
Right.
Very good show. Just went the weekend before to a high school out in Chandler. They had an autism car show. Right. There was probably 250 cars, beautiful cars.
Right.
So I take her out on the weekends, at least once a week. She's 100% convertible, and this is the perfect area.
It is. It's perfect. It is perfect for this. And I heard it when you pulled in, and I got some video of it. It sounds fierce.
Well, there's no radio.
Well, it wouldn't do any good to have.
I'd rather listen to the pipes when
Yeah.
I'm shifting gears or just coasting down the highway.
Exactly. I mean, a radio would just detract from the oral experience. The audio of this is just.
Well, it's not an amenities car. There's no heater, no radio, no air conditioning, obviously.
It heats your feet, doesn't it?
Yeah, your feet stay a little warm, but you're okay. But it's 2,300 pounds of 400 horses.
Wow. Wow.
And the back end will try and beat the front end, but that's half the fun.
That breaks loose on you?
She does if you let her.
Wow.
But you just keep her under control. She'll be all right.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for bringing this.
You bet.
It's an awesome car.
Hey, how's it going?
It's good. Now let's give us an update. For those of you who don't know, go ahead and please introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Michael Reed of Mesa, Arizona. This is my 1980 Firebird called the Phoenix Missile. It's an 80 Firebird formula. I drug it out of a field in March. It was sitting, I got it running, and just started working on it right away. During the COVID lockdown, I spent 2 months overhauling what I could with a little bit of change I had. I set the firewall back 8 inches, and that was a huge task. That was like a month-long deal. I did a mild restoration, just rattle can stuff. In the meanwhile, while I had it in 2 pieces.
Right.
But, that went successful. I've been driving the car every day since then. I've got thousands of miles on it now. It's been really good.
Excellent. Well, it's driving.
Yeah, it's driving good. I did the.
This is gonna get loud for a second here.
Autocross.
Hold on.
Yeah, I did the Good Guys Autocross a couple weekends ago. Did like a shakedown on it. They ran a 45, which was like mid-pack.
Right.
Pretty cool on some 340 treadwear tires, which wasn't bad. And since the last video that we did,
Yeah, update me on what's been done.
I did a new air cleaner. The old one was kind of raggedy and it was due for a filter, so I threw the whole Edelbrock setup on there. I did a little painting under the hood, blacked it out a little more. I don't know if I had the pulleys painted the last time. I painted those. Put some new rear tires on it. I dropped it down from the 50 series rear to a 40 series.
So you went wider and with a lower profile?
Yeah, it's the same width. It's a 275.
275.
It's just about an inch, 2 inches actually, 2 inches.
But that looks good. A 275 looks really good on there.
Yeah. I wish it was a little taller, but it's giving me good acceleration.
Right on. Well, yeah, a smaller overall diameter is going to be faster off the line, but a higher RPM at highway speeds. You know.
Yeah, a little bit higher, yeah.
So, Matt, did you do anything else on the interior, or is it still as it was?
It's still the same way.
Okay.
Might have added a sticker or something.
Right, right. Are you going to get the seats redone, or are you just going to put sport seats in when you get around to it? What are you going to do?
I'm kind of teeter-tottering. I may play with these seats, but eventually I want to do a full race seat with side protection for helmet protection.
Right. You going to put a roll cage in this car?
Yeah, eventually I'm going to do a roll cage.
Right on.
And tie it all in, maybe do a little stitch welding as well.
Right on. Well, great. You're making progress. You're doing cool stuff. Little by little, that's how it happens.
And I started painting the headers. One side's painted, the other side's not done yet.
The headers unpainted. Or is this is unpainted?
Yeah,
the other side's painted.
Oh, and I added catalytic converters this past last weekend.
Are you going to pass emissions?
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Well, sweet. Very cool. Making good progress. Yeah. Thanks for the update, man. See you next month with more updates, right?
Okay, yep.
Right on. Please introduce yourself and tell me what you brought today.
Remington Morris. I'm from here in Mesa, Arizona, and I have a 1994 Ford Taurus SHO.
A 94 show.
26-year-old car. It only has 40. Well, now it has. I bought it with 38,000 miles.
Right.
And it has 49 on it now.
It looks mint.
I mean, it's when I bought it, it's brand new.
Wow.
There's a little imperfections here and there from the previous owner.
Right, right. But this was a performance car.
Yeah, Yamaha started. They started building the engines in the '80s for Ford.
Right.
And in 1989, they threw it in the Ford Taurus SHO. It only came in a 5-speed manual from '89 to '92.
Okay.
And in '93, they introduced the automatic version.
Okay. Yamaha did the whole engine, or is it a Ford engine?
No, it's Yamaha. They sourced it out to Yamaha. The 96 through 99 version of this, Generation 3 SHOs, I think Cosworth through Ford did the block.
I like that. This is Yamaha.
And then Yamaha did the rest. But this one,
that's beautiful, man.
At the time, in 1989, it puts out 220 horsepower. At the time, per liter, it was the most horsepower per liter of any car, domestic car in the United States.
Wow. And by today's standards, that's not a lot of power.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
But what's the displacement on this engine?
3.2 liters for the automatic.
3.2 liters and 200. How much horsepower?
220.
220. That's really not terrible.
I mean, nowadays, if you were,
it's not. It's not impressive.
No.
But for what it is at the
26
time,
years ago?
yeah, that was pretty good, man.
So. But this is my 6th SHO since I was 19 years old.
Oh, wow.
I'm 40 now, and this one came out here in Mesa. And
right on.
I bought a car from Indiana, and then I think he was a snowbird, so he was here in Mesa.
Right on.
I think he left the car here and then just drove it when he was here.
Right. Well, this is in excellent condition. Thank you for bringing this.
Absolutely.
And second Saturday of the month.
Okay.
Here, 9 a.m. to noon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sounds great.
See ya. Introduce yourself.
Hey guys, my name's Bobby Wong.
Bobby Wong, and tell me what you brought today.
This is my 2007 SRT 8 6.1 liter Hemi Charger. It's a first gen. I bought it 8 months ago and I just finished rebuilding it.
Rebuilding it?
Yes sir, I dropped the whole motor down to the block and had it ported and polished. All new gaskets, all new top intake manifold. I did the K&N intake with the oil catch can. I did Cook's long tube headers, 1 7/8, 3-inch all the way back to 4-inch wicket tips.
Nice.
The staggered offset Asante wheels, 22-inch. They're
wow.
235s, 35s on 22s with Pirellis. I also did. I cut the whole K-frame on the bottom and the rear suspension, all the stage 2 polyurethane.
Wow.
New shocks. That's really about it. It's been a work in
Is there any dress in the engine bay?
She's probably a little dirty.
It's okay.
It don't hurt to show muscle.
It doesn't hurt to show. I mean, it's Arizona. Everything's covered in dust.
Just coming from down the road.
Okay, so
too bad.
Ported and polished, and
The
oil
stock
catch.
manifold's ported.
Okay.
I kept the stock original. Everything. It's just all stock besides my internals.
Okay. Very good. And you said the exhaust is done. Let's hear it.
Yes, sir.
Let's hear it. That sounds really aggressive.
He's super healthy now.
That's really aggressive. I like it. Very good. You do it for show, or you autocross or anything like that?
I kind of just got into the show myself. I'm in a Charger group, All Life Mopar, and it's a group that I'm starting up myself, actually.
Right on, right on. Well, I hope to see you next month, second Saturday of the month.
Absolutely.
All right, man.
Thank you, Ben.
Take care, man. I'll see you. People starting to leave. It was a good show.